Hi, so this is the first video in a series I hope to make showing a model railway layout in a double garage. My original plan was to build a 4 metre by 6 metre layout, rectangular with a central area open in the middle for access in my double garage. But I had to compromise at some point because my wife decided that she needed to get the car in the garage. So instead of having a fixed layout on the garage floor, I managed to pick up 8 of these tables, a metal frame with a wooden melamine top, from my bowls club who were throwing them out. And I took the tops off, cut the legs off 100mm from the top to create open frames which I'm using to support the layout itself. What we've done is cut the legs off and created sockets so that, for example, there's a leg without the bottom section attached. They can all be removed when the layout is up in the air, so you can get access for the car and people to walk through and so on. So the layout will be stored up in the roof when it's not being used. That section in that corner over there will probably stay on the ground most of the time, but all 4 sections can move up together or independently. Each table is colour coded with black, white, blue and red, and each connects up to a snap hook through cables up in the top, up in the roof there, and each table has 4 pulleys and 1 snap hook. So by detaching the snap hook for that one table, it can move independent of all the others. So I'm just going to close the garage door now and just show you how the winch operates. Okay, the layout is going to be loosely based on the Settle and Carlisle Railway in the UK. A railway which has held very fond memories for me over the years. Over there will probably be Settle Station, part of at least. It'll only be loosely modelled on the station. In that section, probably Dent Station, and then around here we've got some goods sidings and some carriage sidings. Then up at this end of the layout there will be a couple of viaducts, some open countryside to depict the Yorkshire and Lancashire Dales, and yeah, so what we're going to do is to just start the process of lifting the tables up. So the winch in the ceiling there is a 2-ton capacity, pulling the tables up using 16 pulleys, 4 to each table, so it distributes the load quite nicely, and leaving enough space up at the top, probably finishing at around about that point, so that once the table legs are removed, there's access to walk underneath quite easily without bumping your head, unless the really tall people come in. And here I am underneath the layout now, inside the operating area. So I'll move it back down again. This is probably the height around just about chest height, just below chest height, at which the layout will be operated normally. I'm going to make some sockets to attach to the legs at the bottom. It's around about 350 from the floor at the moment. So I'll make 16 sockets out of spare tubes that I've got, which will go in between the joint between the legs, and enable me to have the layout at this height for operational purposes. I can lift it higher up to work underneath the layout to do the wiring and so on. It'll be a DCC system. I had a layout, DCC layout, 10 years ago, and some of these bits over here are part of that original layout. It was my first attempt for a very long time, and I decided to ditch that and start again. If we have a look at the situation so far, get a bit of an idea of the track sections that we're just playing around with at the moment to get an idea of what will fit where. Moving around to the carriage sidings, there'll be 2 sections of double rail going behind these tracks here. Some will be hidden, some will be in tunnels, some will be in cuttings, bridges and so on. And as I said before, in that section a couple of viaducts. Yeah, so the general idea is to gradually build this up, and I'll show you some more later. Okay, bye.